However, it costs much more, and so if I can solve the problem with IBM PC, all the infrastructure means CPU and software is cheaper there. We will go through the different steps, how with some hardware I verify certain parameter, speed, power consumption, that allowed me to design this board and also the chassis, and making sure that I wasn't breaking any rules on heat dissipation, power consumption, and cabling or routing, all these things. So now it's pretty much the final stage that everything is feasible.
In that case, I'd like to point out one concern that was expressed by one of the reviewers of Mario Crosetto's paper, and I quote, "It is highly unlikely that the 3D CBS system would achieve the claimed sensitivity advantages while maintaining a high spatial resolution essential for PET." Would you care to comment on that? Mario?
Yes. Okay, the slide number 26. Let me know if this formula, the formula should be convincing. The formula on section H compared to the formula on section P. That means the spatial resolution on H is A plus B minus C plus D. And if we get a hit in the upper right corner, as it shows the figure, then the calculation of the spatial resolution is very difficult and very inaccurate. It's much more accurate if you get the information from the element that I call NE. NE is northeast in figure in section P of the figure 26 of slide 26. So that should be a convincing argument just by looking at the formula. So I don't understand how some people can claim that will be less spatial resolution. I can imagine again that the person is just considering, where is okay, number 27. I assume that the person is making this statement just because he thinks that it's only possible to implement the figure A, that means a PET with a septa without photons with an angle. However, this is not just my opinion, but has been proved, and we have also several articles from several people, and I was talking yesterday to Saudi, who is the inventor of one of the depth of interaction methodology that is now used by Siemens. Is from Canada, and here in my slides number 68, I am showing the picture, the fundamental element of these three techniques. The one of Saudi is the first one, where he is using crystal with different density, with different decay time. So by measuring the decay time electronically, he can determine if the heat was in this section, that section, or the other section. Okay, so with the electronic, and that is the thing that the 3D CBS, the 3D flow can do it, because it can process and calculate the different decay time of the signal. So there are several, I think, evident answers. One is that the depth of interaction has been implemented not only by one but by 3 different groups. The second is Llewellyn, the third one is Berkeley. And the second is that the formula should be self-explanatory.
Well, and there is a fundamental limit to the PET resolution anyway, and that's the...
That is another good point. And so this is telling us that we should not focus too much, good point, Frank, on the resolution, because PET is dynamic, is measuring activity. So we should get rid of this, let's say, reference prejudice of we would like to have a good resolution. You get a good resolution with a CT that is measuring the density. The PET is measuring activity. So you must monitor different activity, different with a lot of sensitivity. Is the cancer active? Is not. And you should look for abnormality. Means obviously the liver and this organ, heart, shows more activity than other organs. However, what you are looking for is abnormal activity. What is the normal for a certain organ, and is that showing something abnormal? Or is there a metastasis, something in a place that should not be there? So that is very important, the sensitivity and monitoring the activity and not the resolution. The resolution, if you combine the CT and PET, then is given by CT. And it's very important to have the CT at low radiation, because then the organs move, and even if you know approximately the hot spot of a dynamic activity should be in that position, in that organ, the best is to have the CT that is confirming.
We make decisions like that on patients all the time, that if the PET's negative and CT still shows tumor, we do another scan in a couple of months that continues to be negative, so we don't treat the patient. We keep watching that. So you're saying by 3D we can get a more better picture maybe, and then base treatment decision on that?
Yeah, you give less radiation to the patient, so he can return after 2 months, and it's not that dangerous for the patient, because now, am I right that you should give around 10 to 13 millicurie? Yeah. And 10 millicurie is 370 million disintegration per second.
And what is it in terms of red?
For the FD, it's different for different radioisotope. It depends on the half-life. For the FDG, that is 2 hours, a little more than 2 hours, that is 1.1 rand, 1,100 milligram. And those are tables compiled by Oak Ridge Laboratory and so on. Instead, if you give water, O15, that is, I think, 40 milligram for a 10 degree. So you can, in fact, for water of 15, they give 60 millicurie, 70 millicurie in one. Is that right, Paul?
The newer cameras, with 2D, it's probably around 30 to 40 millicuries.
The water of 15?
Yes. And with 3D, it's probably around 15 to 20.